Alright, so it says use the graph of f of x equals the cube root of x to obtain the graph of h of x equals the cube root of negative x. So let's go find that parent table. Or actually, before I do that, let's talk about what that negative is going to do to my graph. So what do I expect to see because of that negative right there? Well, it's a negative, so you know it's going to be a reflection across. And we got to figure out which axis. Well, look, what's changing signs? The x? So if I take this positive x here and I change its sign, it's going to be over here, isn't it? If I take positive 2 for my x and change its sign, it's negative 2. What axis did I cross right there?
The y-axis.
The y-axis. So therefore, this is going to be a reflection across the y-axis. Alright, so now we're looking at our parent table. This is also one of those weird tables. So negative 8, negative 1, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
0, 1, and 8, right? And then it was negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Alright, so when I go to do my new table, is there anything inside with x? Well, yeah, that's where that negative's at, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
But now that's like a negative 1 times x.
Yes, negative 1.
So remember with x, we're going to do the opposite. So it says negative 1 times x, but what are we really going to do? What's the opposite of times? Divide?
Yes.
So we're going to divide by negative 1. So we're going to take all of our x's here, and we're going to divide by negative 1. So negative 8 divided by negative 1, negative 1 divided by negative 1, 0 divided by negative 1, 1 divided by negative 1, and 8 divided by negative 1. When you multiply or divide by negative, it just changes the signs, doesn't it? Now, is there anything that's not underneath that radical with the x? Well, guys, the little 3 doesn't matter. The little 3 told me what table to use, okay? That's all that does. That's part of the function. So there's nothing not inside, so we're just going to copy our y's back over. Alright, so I'm going to graph my original function. And then I'm going to copy my new function. Or not copy. I'm going to graph, sorry, my new function. Once you get it, check it. Does it look like it reflected across the y-axis? If I take this part of my graph, is it reflected on the other side? It is, isn't it? So it's a reflection across the y-axis.